Good afternoon. Thank you for being here. My name is Kathie Waldheim. I'm Bill's wife, and I just wanted to say a few words on his behalf. 27. I was thinking about this today. 27. I had my father for 27 years. I lost him when I was 27, and I was so blessed that I've had Stan for the last 27 years, who now became my new father. Very different than my other father, but amazing father. And I was just thinking today about reflecting back when I first became a Waldheim, and I was asked to go out on a private walk with Stan on the beach. I had no idea what to expect. I thought for sure, knowing all this now, that he was going to ask me my ability on a tennis court, was I able to compete, and now that I know what I know, I realize now why all these years I've always been on the opposing team, because he was sure I wouldn't support his side. But as time went on, we went on this walk and we talked a little bit, and I discovered that he was going to tell me what it was going to be a Waldheim and how I was being inducted in. And my response to him was, of course, being my new father, he was being a little protective and trying to tell me all the things I had no reason to be worried about. I'm not sure if he was trying to scare me off or what, but I pretty much responded to him, "It's too late, I'm in." And sure enough, Stan responded after not too long with, "Well, terrific, you're in, which of course he would do. But many attributes come to mind when I think of him. One of most being stubborn, which always translated into being to his advantage on the tennis court and in life, and translated into determination for him. But the most that comes to mind is his competitive nature. We called him, in our family, Gamps. I guess my kids couldn't say Grandpa or Gramps, so Gamps is what stuck. So if you hear Gamps from me, that's what I mean. Gamps was quite competitive, obviously on the tennis court, and it kept him busy on a daily basis. Now I know when he would come to visit us in Fort Worth why he would leave so quickly, because he had a tennis match waiting for him, I'm sure. When he could no longer play tennis, this passion of his and competitiveness spirit transferred into the doctor's office. It was there that his new court took place, and he would yuck it up with all the doctors and the nurses, and I think Betty Ann often had a hard time getting him to get to what was really going on. But he spent the last 10 years of his life really with a positive attitude, fighting off all sorts of different maladies that he was fighting, but he did it with a courage and a determination and a positive attitude that he used on the court every day and in his life as well. I think he wanted to be the personal survival poster for all of these different things that he had to combat. And he would have proudly counted in the people that he counseled. And that's one thing that hasn't been mentioned, how he often went to the wellness center to help and counsel and give other people words of encouragement in their own fight with cancer. And I was on that to be very moving. So he would have included those people on that as well. So he really actually coached them, didn't he? And instead of on the court, but in life, with how to fight this with a positive attitude that would always ensure a win. But the most common denominator that Gamps and I had was also not mentioned, not to trump you guys, but that he loved to write. He loved the written word. And any of you that were in Longboat Key and read the Longboat Key Observer, we have lots and lots of scraps that every time he was published, he would surely send us all a little note about it. So we've got quite a scrapbook on him, but he was so bright and so intelligent and so able to express himself in the written word, and able to translate that and give his opinions to everybody on all sorts of subjects. And so in saying that, we both shared that together, and he always encouraged me with writing, and I so appreciated that. But in closing, I would say the most fitting word that comes to mind for me, for him, is that really captures who Stan was from Timothy 2:4-7. I've fought the good fight, I've finished the race, and I've kept the faith. Won't let you stand.
Hey. Yeah.